Tonight, the Monroe town supervisor breaks his silence regarding a very controversial land deal with the ultra-Orthodox community of Kiryas Joel. News 12's Blaise Gomez joins us from our Orange County newsroom tonight with her exclusive interview with Harley Doles.
Janine, and this is the first time newly elected Town of Monroe Supervisor Harley Doles agreed to sit down with me for an interview after months of requests. He said he agreed to clear up what he calls lies about him, his campaign, and his plans for the future of the Town of Monroe. He was accused of unethical campaigning across the street from a polling place in this YouTube video.
You guys are kind of close, I think maybe within 100 feet.
And since taking office as Monroe Town Supervisor last month, Harley Doles critics have packed into board meetings like this one last week. So much so that groups of people from town are being left waiting outside because there's no room. And then there are the protests that stem from a cultural divide that is tearing apart the town.
The public is being told lies.
And on Thursday, for the first time, Supervisor Harley Doles broke his silence about it all in this exclusive interview.
And they yell out, "F you, Doles," or "F you, Doles, we're going to kill you," or "F you, Doles, you're a Jew lover."
Doles, who is not Jewish, is criticized of favoring Kiryas Joel because he was elected in by the Hassidic bloc vote. At his first town board meeting, Doles proposed splitting the Hassidic village from the town, while KJ put in their own request to take more than 500 acres of land.
Did you promise them anything for the KJ block vote? Did you promise them that you would get them land annexed? Or?
You can't promise. I can't promise. There are 5 members of the board. Right now we have 4. One vote doesn't do it. So unless there's this conspiracy, there's this complicity between my other board members, one vote can't do anything.
But there's a growing number of town members who've band together into a group called United Monroe, who allege there is a conspiracy and are against giving Kiryas Joel land. And so I asked again.
The concern is that you're going to side favorably with Kiryas Joel because those are your supporters. So what do you say to that?
And after asking the same question 6 times, Harley Doles said this.
We can't push through any annexation. I have rules, I have laws that have to be followed. If we break the law for anyone, we're breaking the law.
Yes or no, are you able to adequately represent the entire town?
I never stopped.
The Department of Environmental Conservation is currently reviewing that land deal. I did speak with members of United Monroe today by phone who say their issues and concerns aren't about religion or culture, but rather adequate representation and taxation, as well as overcrowding if that deal goes through. Janine?
Blaise, it's a fascinating story, but do you think that this controversy can ever be solved through compromise? You've got the members of Kiryas Joel, you've got board members who are at odds with the residents of Monroe. There are a lot of sides represented here. Can any kind of compromise be reached?
Janine, a lot of residents in town say they think it's actually a good idea that Kiryas Joel perhaps split into their own village or entity. Their issue is with the annexation of those 500 acres of land. So certainly an interesting case here, and it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, Blaise, I would not be surprised if it all ends up in court, but we thank you very much for following this so closely for us. Blaise Gomez in our Orange County Bureau tonight. Thank you very much for that story.